Okay, so I am just checking the stream to make sure everything's okay. And man, a lot of things happening pretty fast. Here, let's see. Okay, connection is good. So I made some adjustments to my oh, why can't I see anything on it? That's weird. Oh, psh. Ha, there you go. Actually, I don't want to do that one yet. That one's a good one. All right. Family's sleeping, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit more quiet. And if you want to join me, it is Freedom Livestreams. So on the description box, there's a Zoom invite, and you can either join through that, or you can just do a call-in. It has a call-in number. Let me invite, and you can either join. All right. Seems like the mic is doing a pretty good job, but it's very loud. So just let me know if that's too loud. Maybe I'm just too close to the mic. All right, so I want to play back. This was something that was shared, and I think it was Slow News Network. Steve Boykinen played it back today, but this video has gone around. It's been around for at least 3 months. It's September 2nd right now. So I'm going to play it back. Pretty much everything is in that screenshot that I had. But you can play it back and we'll talk about it afterwards. It's pretty short.
Okay, we'll move on to question 33, the next one. Air on again. What are your thoughts on mandating vaccines?
Well, it's a mixed story. I think people who refuse to accept vaccines, I think the right response for them is not to force them to, but rather to insist that they be isolated. If people decide, I am willing to be a danger to the community by refusing a vaccine, they should then say, well, I also have the decency to isolate myself. Okay, I don't want a vaccine, but I don't have the right to run around harming people. That should be a convention. Enforcing is a different question. It should be understood, and we should try to get it to be understood. If it really reaches the point where they are severely endangering people, then of course you have to do something about it. So if smallpox turns out to become rampant again, and some people are insisting on running around public places where they might have smallpox, well, you've got to do something about it. We're not at quite that situation, but it's a similar one. So I think we should first attempt to establish conventions that will be understandable by people with some moral capacity, try to convince them that it's your right to refuse to get a vaccine, but then it is your responsibility to isolate yourself so you don't harm others.
Bulldog Modgov, number 34.
So the question, should unvaccinated, should there be a vaccine mandate? That was question 33. I thought that was pretty funny. But I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. We used to do a lot of these chats, and I remember calling Noam Chomsky a sellout. I think no one really said anything about it, but there's just a lot of things that that resonated with me as that being true. And we're actually seeing it more and more now. It's pretty easy to say. One of the things, if you type in Noam Chomsky, he's an anarcho-syndicalist. Anarchy comes from the etymology of archon, which is Greek for ruler. So if you look at anarchist, that's basically anarchy, right? It's without ruler. So this is pretty easy. A lot of people go over this. It's funny when you look at the government etymology. Google returns the French etymology of it, which is just, governor. It's like, okay, that helps nobody. But if you know mental etymology from Latin, mentalis, mental, mind, right? So mens or ment is mind. So govern is to control. Guber, right? Governar, there you go. That's from Latin. Of course, Google, if you do government etymology, they'll give you the old French, which doesn't explain anything. It's just the same word over and over again. But then you actually look into what in Latin, what governar means and what control and ment means is to control the mind. So the idea is to free yourselves of the archons, archontic control, archontic entities, archontic shadows, whatever you want to call it. Yet, someone who's been hyped around by mainstream and also, actually just basically mainstream, very much looking to be controlled and telling everyone they should be controlled. It's pretty sad. All right, so I wanted to move on, and I want to show this whole video. So, Flathead Politics, if you look into my description box, probably for, I don't know, over a year, at the most couple months, maybe even 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while. But since I've been in the Flat Earth camp, Flathead Politics created a Flat Earth People Finder app, and it's pretty awesome. And I asked to help on it, but I really didn't get to do that much because just too many things going on personally. But I was able to look at the code, look at the database, and just see how awesome it was. Talk with him, what his plans were, what to do next, and all of it was his. He was doing everything pretty much himself, and it sucks what just happened to him by DITRH, deep inside the rabbit hole, Dave. I don't know much about these mainstream flat earthers. I pretty much don't follow any mainstream flat earther. I wouldn't call it mainstream, but I guess that's what you can call it. The ones who go to flat earth conferences, the ones who go to mainstream media and talk about flat earth. Those, I did do some interviews in the past. Didn't really get to talk with too many people. And again, it just seems like flat earth, just like everything else, is just a big narcissistic, at least the predominant people who have like 100,000 subscribers or whatever. So I don't really follow into that. But Flathead Politics, he's really a cool guy, hard worker, good developer. Can't wait to see, what else that he's been working on for the last couple of months since I looked at everything. I'm gonna play this back, but I'm also gonna actually upload this into. Well, actually, I'm just gonna live stream it, then upload it into my backup channel, and then it'll go into LBRY, which is Odyssey. So let's see. First, let's go ahead and read it. DITRH N-word, did he steal our People Finder app idea? Rose777 and Geron. I don't really know who Rose777 is. Geron, I've heard of him, but you know, again, I don't keep up with the main show. DITRH uses some foul language, N-word. He was a tester for a People Finder app last year, but claimed he couldn't log in. I was racking my brain, changing code, etc., trying to get him logged into the app to test the iOS version. Everyone else could log in but DITRH. I figured out later that he had, in fact, logged in and wasn't being honest. Fast forward to today, he launched his Friend Finder feature, which is very similar to our People Finder app. He deletes comments from me, and some of his other associate channels do the same, Rose777, if anything is posted about our app. We have always supported DITRH's app, and we hope that if you follow DITRH or use his app, continue to do so. App update, I am currently working on the app, and we are in testing posture now, and hopefully should be rolling out a major update in the next 2 weeks or less. It is currently available in the App Store for iPhones, on the Google Play Store for Android free. So let me mute myself and play back the entire video, which I'll upload later.
National Institute of Health.
No, that's niggas.
National Institute of Health.
No, that's niggas in charge, man.
No.
Really, I have to get on this friggin' mic like this.
It says NIH behind him correctly, so that means it's not flipped, right?
National Institute of Health.
No, that's niggas in charge, man.
No. National Institute of Health.
No, that's niggas in charge, man.
No.
You know, just conversate before the show. And so you'll see here, I yesterday said, Alexander, have you got anything good for GNN tomorrow? And he says, I have a couple of things. I definitely have to talk about R. Kelly trial happening right now. He made the girls dress up like Girl Scouts, supposedly, and would urinate on them. And then Dave White, I'm sorry, and then, so Dave came back with, I hate R. Kelly. He is a stupid, and we're going to go ahead and leave that out, which was disappointing, to say the least.
Well, the word he said is one of the most disgusting words in the world. I'm not going to say it, but he just what he said about him is disgusting. And
National Institute of Health.
No, that's niggas in charge, man.
No.
here now that we got this misunderstanding behind us, and I know that you have something to say about it.
It was very mean what I said. I went through several classes of sensitivity training, and I shouldn't have called R. Kelly a stupid nobody. That was insensitive.
Thing people have trouble doing, whether it was the Flat Earth app that was like not Dave's app, but the one that was a People Finder app, just didn't get enough signups. And whenever we do like a petition, I mean, Dave, how many signups did you get on your petition? Like 200?
No, like
trailer for their movie.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
I thought it looked great.
It looks amazing. And,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to see that Eric Dubay is at the top of the list narrating the movie, because you know what? He does a great narration.
Thing people have trouble doing, whether it was the Flat Earth app that was like not Dave's app, but the one that was a People Finder app, just didn't get enough signups. And whenever we do like a petition, I mean, Dave, how many signups did you get on your petition? Like 200? Just didn't get enough signups. And whenever we do like a petition, I mean, Dave, how many signups did you get on your petition? Like 200?
No, like
Hello. Hey, Stephen D. Oliver. Hello, TrueTube. Hello, JV Stylin, and anyone else who may be listening. We are about to start a Clubhouse room. And what is Clubhouse? Well, it is
Hey everybody, this is Dave with a much awaited for announcement. Today, Friday, September 3rd, I have completed work on the Flat Earth Friend Finder update to the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Throughout the day today, it will start becoming available on both the Android platform and the Apple platform. Many thanks to all of the people that helped test it out across the plane. It is very important that today, before it goes live, if you still have the test version on your phone, that you delete it and go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and reinstate your original purchase. No need to purchase again, just reinstate your purchase. And you will get a notification when the update is available. The app is going to allow us to find people near us, to reach out, to message them. If you tap on a dot and see a person, you can send them a message. The first time you click the handshake button, which is the Meet Flat Earthers button, a dialog box will pop up and you put in your username, select whatever radius you want to see how many users are within. It does not limit your view of the world. It just tells you how many people are within that selected radius.
National Institute of
All right. Let's look at some of the comments, but pretty much I would say it's hopefully it backfires, and that the let's see, that the more people actually go to the Flat Earth People Finder and not the Flat Earth Friend Finder, which you have to pay for. And I doubt it's gonna be much better. Hopefully if I check it out when it releases, I can help out with any performance issues and stuff like that, especially when it's database related. Like whenever, I think one of the problems in the past was upon loading initially into the app. It's supposed to show. Hold on, let me. Sorry about that. Yeah, so basically when you go into the app, it's trying to look up everybody and get their location, but that takes up a lot of processing time. Also for the database as well. So there's just a lot of loading going on. So instead of doing that, it would just take a close up of like a radius. That's probably going to be an easy fix, because it doesn't make sense to see the entire Earth with everybody in it, because it's going to be so convoluted with pins that it's just easier to start with a closer radius. But even then, say you live in New York City or something, and there's a million people that are near you, it's just going to take a long time. But with the database, you can always go ahead and index all of that stuff, and any change within the last time you logged in, it only just looks for those changes and then brings back, updates any of those. So it's pretty easy to do an update. So, those are easy solutions you can do. All right, so let's look at some of the comments. Yeah, that's me. That's Fubar. Something I already said. He's always complimenting others on what they do, and me, I don't really do that much, especially anymore. But dude, Flat Earth Politics just doing so much for the Flat Earth people, the community in general, not really choosing sides, and he's definitely one of the non-archontic individuals out there. And again, if you look at my previous video on the archontic shadows and their pawns, the people who are controlled and want to be controllers themselves, they always have a one-way, their way of recognizing and communicating. So you'll never see me probably be able to get in that inner circle of DITRH and have a conversation with them or an interview. And look at this. There's no one watching me, at least as far as I can tell on my live stream. Yeah, there's nobody. So it's like talking to myself, really. But, eventually some people just tune in, listen to it like a podcast or something. Just something to do, because there's really getting to be not a lot of things or people to listen to these days, and trying to find certain individuals is getting very difficult. But I am finding them, and hopefully I'm going to have more conversations and interviews in the future. And he's got a lot more to his story that he can address later when he has more time. I'm pretty sure that's true. Drink water. True colors always come out. Disappointed because he's popular in the flat Earth scene, but they keep showing me. It changes my opinion of him. You know. So again, flat Earth politics. Just continue following him and all that other stuff. Danilo Silveira. Well, I'm pretty sad right now. Flat Earth politics. Don't be. CNN News Salem Saberhagen. I too can't log in, and then yeah, you can easily email him and Zoom Truth, and they'll help you get in. I checked on the Flat Earth People Finder. Tried to log in earlier, but I noticed that they had a. They said that they had a database change, so if you can't log in, just contact them. So that's probably the case. I can't even log into Origin, which is EA. So, you know, it's just not. It doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are. It's just technology. You know, little things that occur. So it sucks. You know, we've got Noam Chomsky. Now we got another big person in Flat Earth, DITRH. No New Normal. I think Schumann Webb. I don't know if. Let's see who Schumann Webb is. Can we get an idea of? Let me see. He's been around for a long time. Yes. Let's see. How much can we find out about? Oh, 10 years. Wow. Let's see. 412,000 karma. I don't know how much I can dig up on this individual, but he was a moderator, or he or she was moderator for No New Normal. And posted for people to get their vaccine, and I'll probably do another video on this in the future. But yeah, the entire mod team is like, what the hell? And this was only when there's only 46,411 people. So it still wasn't that long ago. I think I joined. I don't know when I joined. It felt like it was. I have no idea. I'll have to double check. But rumor has it that Schumann Webb was the founder or creator of the subreddit for No New Normal. And it's interesting that it was at this point where he posted that he got the jab and was telling people to get their jab and stickied the post, and the mod team just disagreed with it being stickied, you know, but he would sticky it back up. One of the things I want to just keep looking at is because it's archived, we may not be able to actually see it, because if you actually go to No New Normal, you're not going to see it, because No New Normal has been banned, right? So we can't look at it that way. So even though it's loading, we won't be able to see it. I read some of this right here. So this is a well-known tactic that the controllers, the Archontic Shadows, or the pawns, whatever, they all have the same dumb strategy, the same tactics through and through. It's a little bit boring. It's like playing the computer on easy, and you just get tired of it. But you know, some people just aren't very good at the game, and you know, they will lose against the computer who are on easy. All right. All right. So it's like the interview with the moderator or the conversation won't be taking place tonight, but that's okay. I figured, things are busy. There is a where people should go is app.nonewnormal.com. I went to Gab. It's not that busy there. Ruckus, not too good there. Telegram, just so much clutter. A lot of trolls there. Right now, there's 82. Actually, there might be more people here. You have to refresh. Unfortunately, it looks like. No, there's 82. So it's kind of the where the subreddit for No New Normal has kind of migrated to, as far as the moderators. They went ahead and kind of knew something was going to happen, especially when the I don't know what you wouldn't call it, the quarantine happened in the subreddit. Give me a second, let me type in something. What do you call that? All right. Sorry, just don't want to leave people hanging when they might be expecting expecting a reply or something. So I mean, it's tough to know where to go to, since everything has kind of been gone. Especially if you really weren't involved with who the moderators were, and plus, who do you trust? I mean, for example, the Schumann Webb was the moderator for it, or maybe even, possibly the founder of the No New Normal subreddit, and subverting everyone to, hey, let's be controlled now. You guys need to be controlled. It's just horrible. So all these sellouts of freedom, from Noam Chomsky to people within the flat earth, to people who are in the No New Normal, whatever it is, there's going to be sellouts, and it's going to keep going and going, and at an accelerated pace. So don't expect this to slow down. Gosh, it reminds me a lot of The Dark Knight, right? You either live long enough, shoot, I'm doing that quote horribly. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to become the villain, something like that. All right, so I wonder, here's one. So that Schumann Webb that Sticky that post. So this guy shouldn't be a mod here by Crimson Sun 99. I think what's good is, you know, we can probably look at some of the. Actually, that's a good idea. What I should do is actually go to the No New Normal, right? And Wayback Machine. And actually type that in, see what the latest. Right, there's a lot in 2021 that was cached. September, well, that's not gonna show anything. December 31st, right? Let's see. 8:53:09. Nope. Looks like. What happened at 9 in the morning? Was it still around? But it looks like it was. Damn it. What is that? Oof. That's gonna suck. So we're gonna need to actually have content to look at, because it's just gonna go here. So shit, that's not a good way to oh, before it was quarantined, we can go back then and take a look. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get people, I'm gonna type this out. At the version, I looked at the cast version of the new normal subreddit, and there's still lots of posts there before the quarantine. So I think we can also see, we can also get to certain posts. I think we can also get to certain posts. How? We can also get to certain posts from our Reddit profile history using the Wayback Machine. So I'll take a look. So I'm gonna go to Reddit. You can't see it right now because it's just on my Chrome, which I'm not sharing. I'm only using one monitor. And you're like, oh, yeah, more than one monitor, whatever. But yeah, usually I just share my desktop. It's a lot easier. Okay, can you elaborate? Let's see. Oh, wow. So it looks like every post that I made on No Normal was scrubbed by Reddit. So I can't even go back. Shit. Yeah. They scrubbed the profile history. Okay, all right. But we can still go to the Wayback Machine. All right, so what I am going to do is copy this, and I need to do preparedness. I guess. Important. There are still posts that can be looked back up via any let's see, I need date before the quarantine date. The quarantine started. We can look back at, let's see, for let's see, which one was this one did I do? When was the quarantine? Give me a second here. I did a video on the quarantine, and that was August 11th. So if we go and go to August 11th, let's see. Yep, quarantine. So let's go to August 7th. Yep. Let's see. Latest date. You can grab any info. Alright. Yep, good. So that link works. So there's still that. There's good amount of captures. 191. So this is kind of the things that were going on back before the quarantine. It was 106,000 members. 4.5 thousand people were online, and this was before it got even bigger. You see some of the people who. Oh, the only problem I think I see is we can't really see who the user posted. But let me see if we can actually get in to see some of these things. Yes. We still can't see the individuals, unfortunately. But you can see just kind of what they were talking about. You can see the comments. You can see links and everything else like that. You just can't see the people, the information for the people who are posting, which kind of sucks, but it's it's all that we've got. And there's only a few. I think it only does like first few posts. So let's go and see what was there earlier. I mean, I used to just spend a couple of hours there, here and there, just throughout the day. Not hours, but you know what I mean. Throughout the day, I would just go ahead and see if there's any new posts or any bigger posts. But anyways, this is just something to do. All right. Whoa, there's a ding. Oh. Yeah, I got a cheer. I don't know what that means. Okay. Looks like... Oh. No, I have no idea. I got 2 cheers. What the heck does that even mean? Is that like a like? Sorry for those dings. How do I turn the dings off? At least the sound. I don't know. Okay. Let's check if anybody is on. Nope, nobody's watching. So, okay. Looks like it's going to be one of those nights, and I'd rather do some other things. So, thank you for joining me if you joined me, and if you're watching after I've done this live stream, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join me in the next one. All right, thanks, and bye.